It's some ultra power, baby. Sweet Daddy approved. Oh yeah. Striker. Ultra power. Yeah, this is definitely some Sweet Daddy shit. Let's maybe move this one closer, because that's an album cover that's just screams American muscle. Right? Yeah. Even though they're Canadian, figure that. But yeah, this right here. Maybe move it back out. I'm still figuring this setup, newer-ish setup out. Anyways, Striker Ultra Power. Trying to figure out what number this is, but yeah, I even had to get the Dungeon shirt out because it just seemed to fit, you know, of all of my shirts, you know. But yeah, lead single, this I believe of this thing, or at least one of the singles, was "Give It All" on this thing. Also, like the opening track, "Circle of Evil," just there's something to it, even within its title, that feels like sonically kind of like early A7X. If they instead of going Warped Tour, they really ham down on like the classic glam metal and like traditional heavy metal that middle of like Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and stuff, or went that more Def Leppard route, if you will. And that's what a lot of this record is. Essentially, they were more known to be more of a thrash band that eventually just became more traditional heavy metal, bordering into some hair metal-ish territory, hence the nice little flow-in hair that's a little messed up over here. I don't know if I need to fix that or what. Yeah. Not used to long hair like this, I'll tell you what. But, yeah. And the best of the best of the best. And between this and the track I just played for you, "Give It All," and that sexy saxophone. Also has a saxophone, has also you get, you know, despite like my feelings towards the solo and the way it was dealt with compared to the rest of the saxophone parts on this portion of this track specifically. I mean, at the end of the day, I get a saxophone solo and a really nice fucking on top of a really nice guitar solo. So it's like, what more can you ask for? It's like, and thanks to the Metal Meltdown and his little review, I was like, you know what, maybe I need to give this a shot. And yeah, it's probably the most fun so far I've had in 2024. The most. For a record. Like, as far as the more something leaning towards traditional heavy metal, I'm going to have to say it. The new Judas Priest is going to have a run for its money on this damn thing. And they gave us Firepower, no less, last time. I've had a chance to finally talk about them. Speaking of that, I need a discography run. I might do like I've been doing and posting some rankings on where I feel about Judas Priest probably at some point. Probably Sum 41 as well, since they're going to be over and out. So, we'll see how that goes. But, yeah. And best of it, like, I literally, like, I can see Cobra Kai montage with, like, best of the best of the best and, like, Give It All for sure. Even Sucks to Suck and Ready for Anything for sure. Colin's pretty good. Turning the Lights Out is one of the definitely better, heavier ones. Initially, I thought it was going to lose a little bit of it, but then they had, like I said, Turn Out the Lights, Thunderdome, and even Live to Fight Another Day, which that one is also very 80s more 80s feeling oriented in that more rock territory in the same way Give It All is with the way they do the saxophone. And Brawl at the Pub is just a weird, hilarious way to end things off. Just enough to just make you smile from ear to ear, smile on your face, and the weird exposition portions seem very Bill and Ted-ish in its own right. It's pretty cool. There are moments even where they don't just stick with that more hair metal, trad metal thing. They also still have a little bit of thrash. It's definitely that more, if they are power metal, they're that American brand of power metal that tiptoes the line of between thrash and the Bay Area thrash and the Sunset Strip hair glam metal scene. Full show. And while also kind of bringing in some of that other 80s rock influences. Even how there's even some Def Leppard-y kind of flavors. Even the way they handle even the way they produce like the more sing-along chants are very Def Leppard in their own right. So also some of the shreddiness of some at certain points on some of the tracks do come off that are in that certain power metal lane that isn't American and more European melodic power metal in that same vein of Dragon Force. That's kind of comes in a little bit as well. But they don't overdo it too much, I don't think. I mean, some tracks come across like they could, but they don't overdo it too much. Like, if you're in, like, hell, I would even go as far as to say the track Live to Fight Another Day feels, I'd even go as far as to say, I wouldn't say vocally it's exactly like the Midnight, but musically, if the Midnight went there and went that heavy metal route, full-blown heavy metal route, not like complete Van Halen worship, you know what I mean? You know, closer in line to like your Judas Priests and stuff, you know. They took a crack of turbo and it actually worked, you know, and not wasn't a flop, you know what I mean? That's what I feel like the Fight Another Day is. And some of them do have like It Sucks to Suck is kind of so like hilarious in its own right. Like, there's just so much fun here. It does. Ready for Anything is pretty cool, but the Around City Calling I start to slightly lose it, but then Turning the Lights Out kind of comes in and just really rips. And but overall, guys, this I have to get the long 4.5 for this because it was worth me dressing up for this because man. Already a list of the end of the year contender, dude. Like, this lives up to its album cover. Straight up. And in the best ways possible. If you're in that 80s hair glam, and even Bay Area thrash levels of American muscle in your music, it's like, yet alone from a Canadian band, no less. Dude, I'm faking masterclass certification, but for sure, but it's debatable. Debatable at points because there are some slight little complaints here and there that makes it not quite perfect, but oh my god, it's so much fun. I have to at least say, Light to Stronghorns Up, one of my higher ratings for sure, and one of the better albums that come out this year. What did you think of Strikers Ultra Power? Did you listen to it? What did you think? Leave a comment below, let me know. If you like this video, go rock that like button with thrust if you must. As always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, y'all.